Hi, my name is Maria. Wehdeking. Pronoun she, her. This term, I'm part of the fellowship of Riso room. So that's pretty exciting and have been kind of a journey.
We were just curious, when did you first learn about risograph printing?
Mm, well, I always remember like when I was looking some posters, like for me were like so difficult to get the same texture that you get on Riso on digital. So I tried to figure out how those posters look so different on the prints. So that's where like I learned about Riso.
Yeah.
Um, After that, I did a small virtual course about it. I'm from Colombia. There's a studio in my city called Karma Studio, and they are trying to impulse like really the reso printing. It's the first like studio that is doing that in my city. So they were doing like a lot of virtual courses because COVID. Um, yes, I entered into it and they helped me a lot to understand how the reso work. But obviously, it's not the same looking at it like the physical machine that virtual and on virtual environment.
Yeah.
So I learned like the concept and the basic, but actually, like I literally can print something a couple like just 1 year ago on the machine on PSU.
That's so cool.
Cool. Were you surprised like the first time you actually did it in person? Like, was it different than the online course?
Yeah, of course. I was
Oh,
like, oh my gosh, this is so nice.
yeah.
Because Karma was giving like free copies, like if you send it to your design as a gift for doing the course with them, they will give you the copy. But at that time, I was here, sending the copies was difficult. So I was like, it's okay, don't worry. Uh, it's okay. I'm good.
Yeah.
So when literally I turned my designs into like the Riso printing here, I was super excited, because it's totally worth it. I think like the print is so pretty, like the inks are beautiful.
When you did use those inks, like, do you have a favorite combination of colors?
Yes, I always say like I'm a super pastel girl, but in these cases, like some Riso, obviously, like you need to change the opacity to have kind of pastel vibes. But as a second choice, I love mix like pink with blue or just have purples. And what I do normally is like try to look for a cream or a super ivory nude paper. So in that way, when the prints come over, it looks softer in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes for me, white is challenging for my illustrations. I really like that softy and whimsical vibe into my aesthetic. So I think that that's my approach. If we are talking about inks and colors.
Yeah.
Totally.
Awesome. Do you have any like favorite Rizzo artists?
Oh, that's so difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so difficult because normally I always follow digital artists, uh, but I can say like there's an artist. Is from Chile. Her name is Franert. Um, she has been doing a lot of things with Rizzo lately, like signs and comics. So I was looking a lot her art and try to get that feel into my illustrations because she used a lot of blue and pink ink. So that's super helpful as a reference for me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Sweet. What's your favorite thing about the risograph?
I could say how the texture looks on the paper, like the texture that you can have. I think that I have this test here that I did the last term.
Yeah.
So pretty.
So I really enjoy how clouds turn out because this is like the color blocking text that I did.
Oh
But
yeah.
as you can see, like this is obviously not real, so this is digital printing. So if you see the gradient, it's not even close as how the texture looks here.
Mhm.
So that's something that I super enjoy. And the other part that I love is how you can print on each or every color and the print will still look good.
Mhm.
So that's a really nice touch to have.
Yeah, awesome. I guess do you have any like tips or wisdom you would like to pass on to like anyone who wants
Yes, I
to
have been learning a lot lately. I think that the most challenging thing maybe is not using the machine because the machine tells you like what to do. I think that the most difficult thing is how to make the right decision.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So maybe something that I will share is like if you have uh and I received this advice from Karma a couple weeks ago because I was asking them. It's a good way if you start with the outline,
Mm.
like just to know how to move everything in the riso.
Yeah.
Like if you want to move the paper or if you want to move the plates, something like that. Like it's better if you start with the outline. If you have an outline, if you have an outline and you have more than 3 or 2 inks, I think, because as you are using more ink, is easily to messed up.
Totally.
So yes, I think that the outline is the best option and bring a lot of paper, like normal paper, just for trials and tests because you will use it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet.
Cool. Do you want to plug your hours? Tell us when you're in the rad lab, the Rizzo room.
Yes, of course. You can visit me Wednesdays. I will be there between 12 to 3 p.m. And well, yes, I have enjoyed the experience so much lately. I just have some tips. Don't forget your masters because it's kind of difficult to print nowadays on the Red Lab. Of course, if you need any help looking on the files or an advice, just send me an email and I will be super happy to help.
Where can our viewers like find you on social media or anything like that?
Yes, of course. Well, my social media is kind of weird, but is Maria.wehdeking. I know my last name can be kind of complicated. Wehdeking.com.
Awesome.
Sweet. Well, thank you
Perfect.
so much for coming and
Yeah.
sharing your wisdom. It's been so nice to interview
I
you.
know, it's been
Thank
fun.
you. And I'm super excited about the 24 hours. So I will
Yes.